Hey guys, this is Jason, and in this tech tip video, I wanted to talk about the differences between two very similar looking products, threaded rods and lead screws. Let's go ahead and start with threaded rods. You're generally going to use threaded rods in a structural kind of application or to transfer motion from one part to the next. You can see in this demo that I've used ball linkages, which come in a variety of different sizes and types. You can see here is a large heavy-duty steel ball linkage. You can also use them with Clevises. We also have a variety of different sizes there. Again, this is a large heavy-duty steel. This is the largest one we have. That's 3/8 24. We also have quarter 20 push rods, which is essentially the push rod end connected to the threaded rod if you want that to never come loose or come apart. We also have a female threaded quarter 20 push rod end. And then we have a variety of different flanged nuts that can work with our threaded rods, from type A, type B to type C. Each of those coming in a variety of different thread sizes. And then we have a variety of different thread sizes for our Actibotics screw plates, which have a 770 pattern on them. So as you can see with our threaded rods, we have a variety of different sizes from the very tiny 256 all the way up to 3/8 16 and 3/8 24. So the numbering system on those essentially is going to refer to the diameter first with the first part of the number, and then after the hyphen it's going to refer to the pitch, the spacing on the threading. So this one is 3/8 24 and this one is 3/8 16. You can see they're the same diameter on the outside, but the spacing on the threading is very different on these two. Next, let's take a look at lead screws. Lead screws are high quality stainless steel, and they're designed to ultimately create linear motion. You can see that these have a 4 start on them, which basically means there's 4 separate threads going along them, and so when you start, it's going to be easier to find that start. You're going to use them in combination with our brass lead screw nuts. We have a barrel nut as well as a pattern nut. The barrel nut is 1/2 inch OD, so you can go ahead and use that inside of a 1/2 inch ID clamping mount. And the pattern mount, of course, can be used with 770 pattern Actibotics products, but it's also 1 inch OD, so if you wanted, you could throw it inside of a 1 inch ID clamping mount as well. Here's an example of an assembly that we built for a previous Tech Tips video where we talked about the circuitry for a linear actuator and how that works. But I wanted to go ahead and show it in this video. I've taken out the 2 screws that hold this sliding assembly to the lead screw nut assembly on here. I have the lead screw pattern nut going to a pattern mount, which was of course attached to this channel plate on top. So when you turn this motor on, it's going to rotate that lead screw, which of course is going to push that lead screw nut one way or the other along the lead screw. So you might be asking yourself, why would I need to use a lead screw for an application like this? Why couldn't I just use a threaded rod for something like that, and then, for example, put a flanged nut on it and have that travel up and down the threaded rod? And the answer basically comes down to performance. A lead screw is going to basically have a different manufacturing process. It's going to be very precise. The outer diameter is going to be very true. It's going to be very straight. It's going to be a high quality product. The threading is different. It is a lead screw style thread. It's going to be thicker. There are 4 starts, which basically means there's 4 threads at any given point, so you're going to be more stable. So all in all, you're going to produce less friction, waste less energy producing heat, fighting that friction, and gain more power because of that. So you're going to have a better end result if you use a lead screw for that sort of application. Thanks for watching. I hope that helps clarify the differences between lead screws and threaded rods. As always, if you have questions, feel free to send us an email at tech@servocity.com.